Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Are you hearing me, students? Please reply me in the chat box. Okay, very good, Nabil. Other people, please reply. Walaikum assalam, Nabil, and other students who are joining me. I'm just waiting for a minute so that other students can join me. After that, I will start my today's lecture. I have selected 2 topics for review today so that it will be repeated, so that if you have got any confusions, these can be solved. I'm just waiting for a while, for a minute. After that, I will start my lecture. I hope you have understood everything in literature and language. And I want to tell you that whole syllabus will come in your prelim exam. I think your prelim will be on 2nd of April. So I hope you have already done the preparation. But if anything is left, so please do prepare. And I'm telling you that do the preparation from the book as well as your language and literature journals. Read the book very thoroughly because MCQs from anywhere can come in your exam. Now I want to start my today's lecture. This is English language lecture. I'm Mrs. Afshin Imran. This is lecture number 62. Okay, I have selected 2 topics here. The first topic is application writing. I have seen many of you have got some problems in application writing. So I just want to repeat the pattern, or you can say the format of application, so that if you have got any confusions, you can see here. Now, first of all, you should know about what is an application. So I am sharing the definition here. An application is a formal request. Actually, we are doing the request. And why it is called formal? Because we are not talking to our relatives or our friends. We are requesting a designated person to be considered for a position, or to be allowed, or to do or have something. We are writing application for mostly 2 reasons: to be considered for a position if we are applying for a job, or to be allowed to do or have something. It means, the second one means that if you are doing the job somewhere, or you are a student somewhere, so you are asking permission for doing something or for going somewhere. So these are 2 most important kinds of applications we are doing. These are submitted to an authority. Authority means the designated person, or you can say institution or organization, the head of the organization. Now there are some particular steps of application writing. We have to follow all these steps. The first one is heading, in which we are writing addressee, the name of the addressee, or we are not supposed to write the name. We are just writing the designation of the addressee, like the principal, the manager, with address. Okay. Second step is to write the subject. Subject means you have to write the topic in the form of heading, which should be underlined. The third one is greetings, like respected madam, like these kind of things. Then fourth, beginning. Then fifth, body. The body part of the application is actually about the reason why you are writing the application, you have to just mention the reason here in the body part. Then sixth step is ending, and seventh step is closing. Closing means you have to write the date at the end. I hope you are understanding very clearly. The heading. The first one is the heading. It must be written from left side of the page with the margin. Okay, now if you have done the application from starting from the left side or ending to the right side, this uh, pattern is obsolete now, and we are doing or we are writing everything with the margin line. It means we are using the block pattern of writing the application. This is the heading, the principle. I have told you that you have to write the designation. You are not writing the name of anyone. The principal, comma. Remember about the punctuation marks as well. Designation, ABC school. This is not necessary to write the name of the school. You can just write ABC school and without the full stops in the middle, comma. School name optional. Optional means you can write the school name as well or you can write ABC school as well. Both are correct. Now you have to mention the area name, Gulistani-Johar, comma. Then at the last you have to write the city name. After that you are using the full stop because the address has been completed here. Full stop shows the completion of something. Okay, after that there is a note I have written so that you can remember this thing. Leave one line. Next thing we have to write in the application is subject. This is also an important point, that subject must be underlined. Subject, I have given you 3 examples to write the subject here. Subject like application for sick leave. I have written the topic, same topic for all 3 subjects here. I have given in the 3 ways so that you can use any one of them. All 3 are correct. Application for sick leave or subject request for sick leave, full stop. You can see that I have started with the capital letter, application or request, and whenever I have used any preposition, we are using with the small letters. After that, the main point I have started with capital letters like S for sick and L for leave. Same pattern I have applied here, request for sick leave, or simply you can write sick leave. It sick leave shows what you want to write. Okay, and remember to place the full stop at the end, please. You can write this subject in a small letter as well as with S capital. Now another note is here, leave one line. It means when you are writing the heading, you are leaving one line after that, then write the subject and then leave another line. Why we are leaving these 2 lines before and after the subject? To make the subject prominent. Okay. Now next steps are greetings and beginning. Must be written from left side of the page with the margin. Again, I have told you that we are using the block pattern. It means everything must be written from the margin line. Now there are many methods. I have written 3 ways here. Again examples. 3 examples I have given so that you can write any one of them. Respected sir with R capital, S capital, slash madam, M capital. Remember slash means these two, you have a choice to write between these two. Again comma is here. I have written this is called the greetings, respected sir or madam. And the beginning is that. I beg to state that, then you can write, or with due respect, comma, it is stated that, then you can write the other things. Or this is to inform you that, then you will continue the application. I hope you are understanding very well. Now, in body part, you have to write the reason. So I have not mentioned it here. I am now telling you about the ending. It must be written from left side of the page with the margin line. Okay? Again, I am telling you, we are using the block pattern. So the ending line is, I have given you again 3 examples. After you are writing the reason in the body, you can write the reason in one paragraph. Okay, you can change the paragraph as well. When you are doing the beginning, when you write the beginning in the first paragraph, then for the reason you will change the paragraph. But remember, uh, in block pattern, we are not leaving any space to make a paragraph. We are just changing the line and again start the new paragraph with the margin line. Now after that we'll do the ending. I have given 3 examples. I will be very grateful to you for this act of kindness. Full stop. Please learn the spelling of grateful. Or I will be very thankful to you for your cooperation. Full stop. Or thanking you in anticipation. Full stop. Remember to place the full stop at the end to show the completeness of the sentence. I hope you are understanding very well. Now the last part is closing. It must be written from left side of the page from the margin. I have already told you many times. Yours obediently. Remember, we are not placing any apostrophe here in yours and we are using the capital O for obediently, comma. Don't use the word sincerely, faithfully, because when you are writing the application to some authorized person or like principal or head of the institution or manager of any organization, you are not using the word faithfully or sincerely. We are using the word faithfully or sincerely when two persons of equal designation are writing something. Okay. Now, after obediently, there must be a comma. After that, X, Y, Z. Remember, we are writing X, Y, Z with dots in the middle as well as at the end. Now, student, 9th class or 10th class, you can write here. Okay. And you can also write a student of 9th class. Both are correct. After that, you have to write the date in the same way which I have already written here because it has been given in the book, new pattern book. You have to mention the month name first, the whole spelling, the complete spelling of the month you have to write. Don't write in the short form. Then you have to write the date in 2 digits. Okay, 2 digits. It means if you are writing the date till 9, then you will add 0 before it. Then comma, then you have to mention the year. 2020, 2021, whatever you have to write. After that, there's a full stop, which again show that everything has been completed. I hope you have understood the application pattern. That is the new application pattern. And we have to use that. That is the block pattern. Now, there is another topic which I have selected for the review today. It is letter writing. You should know that letter writing and application writing, when it comes in the exams, it has 10 marks or so. You should be very much perfect in application writing or letter writing. And because of that, I have selected these 2 topics today. There will be a choice in application writing or letter writing in your exam, but you should know how to write these, both of them, because uh, it makes you perfect and it may be possible that there will be no choice. Now, first of all, I want to tell you about what is a letter. There is a definition I have written here. A letter is a written, typed, or printed communication. It means we can write it by our hands, handwritten, type, we can type it, or we can print it. It is actually a communication between two people by a person sent to another person in an envelope by post or messenger. Actually, letter writing has been done, or letters has to be have to be written in the form of three types: handwritten material, typed material, or printed material. And it is actually a means of communication between two people or three people or many people, and it has to be uh, enclosed in the envelope, and it has to be sent by post or by messenger. Messenger here is a person. Okay, now you know that we are using the messages here on our mobiles. Nowadays we are not using the letter writing, or we are not uh, write any letters to anybody. We are just communicate by sending the message through our mobiles. But you should know how to write a letter to anyone. Now, what is letter writing? Letter writing is the exchange of written, typed, or printed messages. Letter writing is the process of exchanging written material, typed material, or printed material, or you can say the simple messages, to convey the message of one person to another. It is the exchange of the messages, or the, you can say, ideas. Now I want to show you the kinds of letters. Actually, there are two main kinds of letters: formal letter and informal letter. From the words you can understand the meaning, but I am showing you the meanings one by one. Formal letter. A formal letter is a letter written to a business, an institution, or any professional that are not considered friends or family. Formal. Formal means when we are not considering the family members or friends. Okay, friends also come in our family, or we are saying that they are close to us. So when we are writing a letter to any professional, any business, any institution, head of any organization, we are saying it formal letter. A formal letter is written in formal language. Formal language means special language. You can say that we are not using the common language which we are using with our friends or family, because formal letter is written for official purpose. Okay, for documentation purpose, and because of that we are using the formal language. We are not using the common language. A formal letter is written for official or professional communication. Formal letter is written for official communication. It means if two persons of any organization, they have to communicate with each other, and the low designated person is writing to the higher designated person, then for official purpose, this kind of letter has been written. I hope you have understood what is a formal letter. Now, informal letter. An informal letter is a letter written to a friend or a family member. It means you can write something to your family or your friends. An informal letter is written for casual or personal communication. An informal letter is written for our personal communication. If we want to talk to our friend, if we want to talk to our family member, or if we want to communicate with our family member, mostly when they are living far off from us, like living in another country or another city, then for our communication, we are writing the letter. And we can use any language when we are writing the informal letter. Now, because formal letters are mostly included in new books and as well as in new patterns, formal letters are mostly included in the syllabus. And because of that, I have just giving you the review of formal letter, because you are used to of writing informal letters for your friends, for your father, mother, or your relatives. So I want to give the review of formal letters so that you can revise the pattern or the format of formal letter. This is like the application. Okay. Now there are some steps. you have to write the date. Remember, you must write the date at the end in the application, but at the top in the letter. Addressee. Addressee means you have to write the designation of the person to whom you are writing the letter. Designation, address. Then you have to write the subject. I have told you that the formal letter is like the application. So you are writing the subject here. Then salutation. You can also say greetings here. Then introduction. Then body. Then conclusion. These three paragraphs are like in essay writing we are using these things. Okay, these three paragraphs, you should remember this. And at the end of the letter, we do the closing. I hope you are understanding everything very clearly. How to write a formal letter. Formal letters can shape others' perception of you and inform the reader of a serious issue. It means in formal letters, actually we are discussing some serious matter. Okay? We are not discussing our daily basis talks in formal letters, which daily basis personal things we are discussing with our relatives in informal letters. So block style is the most commonly used formal letter format. Block style means when everything starts with the margin line. It is called the block style and it is the most common method we are using for formal letters. Like you can see when we are doing some computer work or some documentation by using the computer, we are using the block style. Now, there are some steps of letter writing. We are following these steps. Heading, in which we are using date, addressee designation and address. In some of the books we are combining some headings, and so that you can easily understand. Heading includes date, addressee designation and address. Subject means topic or the problem or the issue which you want to arise here, which you want about which you are writing the letter. Salutation, that is greeting. In the body part of the letter, you are making three paragraphs here: introduction, problem, and suggestion. Then at the last, you are doing the closing, in which you are writing the name of the writer, which is optional. You are allowed to write your own name, or you can write a citizen only. It is optional for you. Okay. Now I will discuss these steps one by one. The first one is the heading. This part is written at the beginning of the letter. It means it is the first part of the letter. It must be written at the upper left corner of the page. It means you are starting from the left hand side, that is the margin. Okay, and it is written at the upper left. It means it is the beginning part. It includes the date, addressee, designation. We are not writing the name of the addressee, and the address, okay, of the organization, not the address of the manager of or the head of the organization. We are writing the address of the organization. Now I have given you an example here. I have told you that you have to write the date in this way. There is no need to write the heading of the date, DATE. You can directly write the date in this way. Now you have to write the name of the month in the complete spelling. December 2, I have already told you that if there are, you have to write 2 digits for the date. So if the date till 9 is here, you have to add 0 before it, then comma, then write the year 2020, then full stop. Full stop shows the completion of the date. Then the editor, we are writing the letter to the editor here. So T is capital, E is capital, then comma. We are writing the editor letter to the editor of the Daily Dawn. Daily Dawn is the newspaper, you all know that. T capital, then D capital, and again D for dawn is capital because it is the name. You all know that when we are writing the proper nouns, we start with the capital letters, then comma, then the last thing, city name, Karachi. Okay? K capital, again it is a proper noun, then full stop, which shows the completion of the address. I am telling you again and again, please be very careful about the punctuation marks. Then salutation, that is greetings, and subject. An example is given here, dear sir. Okay, you can write respected sir, you can write respected madam, you can write dear madam, whatever you want to write. Both are correct, but we can write dear as well as respected. Both are correct. After that, for sir, we are using the S capital. If you are writing madam, then M capital. After that, there is a comma. Then subject, you should remember that you have to underline the subject. Then there is no need to write in detail. First, write the heading or the topic, load shedding. Again, you can see that L for load is capital, S for capital, here for shedding, then full stop. Or subject, traffic jam, T and J are capital, full stop. Subject, in sanitary condition, then I capital, C capital, then full stop. The body. After that, after the subject, you have to write the body. Now you can leave one line before subject and after subject here also. You can leave. It is up to you. Or it is also right that you are not leaving the lines. Then the body, it must be written with the margin. Okay, remember this, with the margin. If you are writing 3 paragraphs, then you have to start the paragraph with the margin line. Don't leave any space which you are using or which that pattern you are using before, that you are leaving some space and make the paragraphs. Because in block style, we are writing everything with the margin line. It includes 3 paragraphs. State the problem in the first paragraph. List the, it means you have to discuss the problem in the first paragraph. Then list the possible reasons for the problem in second paragraph. Tell or write the reasons about the problem in the second paragraph. Give ideas, opinions, and suggestions in the third paragraph. You will write the opinions and suggestions, your own ideas to the concerned person in the third paragraph. Then you have to do the closing at the end. This part is written at the end of the letter. It means it is the last part of the letter. It must be written with the margin. I have already told you many times that everything should be written with the margin. Some examples I have shown here. A concerned citizen, again you can see R capital, C capital for concern and for C capital for citizen, then full stop. Or you can write in another way, resident of, then area name. Area name, you can mention here the area, that is Gulistani Johor, Gulshan, whatever you are writing. Okay? Whatever you want to write, you can write. In both the ways are correct. But if you are writing resident of any area name, then R capital. But of, I have told you that whenever there is a preposition, you have to use the small letters for that. Then you can mention the area name. After that, there is must be a full stop. Okay, I hope you have understood everything very clearly, and we have discussed 2 topics today, application writing and letter writing. Okay, I hope you have understood everything. Now I am giving you some time if you want to ask me any questions about the topic, about your literature work, about your language work, about your prelim, whatever you want to ask, you are allowed to ask, but write in the chat box. Okay, If you want to ask anything, write in the chat box. During that time, I will mark your attendance. Okay? Now, if you want to ask anything, please ask me. Do you have any questions? Yes, Shifa. When you are using the block style, it means you have to start everything with the margin line. Whatever you are writing, subject, heading, body part, closing, whatever you are doing. Capital O is correct, Harim. Capital O is correct. Okay. We are using capital Y and capital O. Okay, now I want to discuss about your prelim exam. Okay, you should have to, if you want to ask any question, write in the chat box. But I'm discussing about your prelim exam. I think your paper will be on 2nd of April. So please do the preparation from your book as well as your journals. Read the books thoroughly, because the new pattern of your examination is that the whole question paper is divided into 3 sections. Okay, the first section is about MCQs. Now 50 MCQs, 50 MCQs will come in your exam, and each of them will be of 1 mark. It means your 100 marks paper will be divided into 50 marks of MCQs. Second section is of short questions, in which 6 questions will be given, and these carry 5 marks each. It means your section B is of 30 marks, and your section C will be of long questions, which will be of 20 marks, in which 2 questions will be given, 10 marks each. So please, you should be very careful in preparation of your preliminary exams, because pattern has been changed. And I want to tell you that the board has not given us the proper uh, pattern in written form or in document form. So if they are giving us in the form of document, then we will share with you. Okay, I hope you have already done the preparation of your exams. So if you have got any checking left of any language or literature copy, literature journals or language journals, then bring on Monday, so that when which group, I think group A will come on Monday. So please, if you want to give any journal for checking, give me on Monday morning, so that I will return you till the off time. And similarly for group B, you will give me on Wednesday for checking, so that you will get your journals back till the off time. Okay, if you want to ask any more thing, you can ask me. I will upload this video also in the Google Classroom. So if you want to repeat anything, you will find it from there. Okay, now 5 minutes are left. If you want to ask anything, please ask me. Do you want to ask anything, Hareem? Shifa, Aliza, Nabil, any one of you? Do you want to ask any more thing? Okay. Have you understood everything? Very good of you. I hope you will get at least 80 or more percent marks in English paper, because 50 marks you can get from your MCQs. I hope you will do all MCQs correctly. Shifa, it is optional. You can leave the line before and after the subject so that your subject will become prominent. Okay? Otherwise, there is no need to leave any line anywhere. Okay? You can leave the line in application as well as letter, both before and after the subject. But there is no need to leave any line in essays. Okay, remember. Or in essay writing, I hope you all know very well, but I'm repeating it, that there must be at least 3 paragraphs. Okay, introduction, body, and conclusion. These 3 paragraphs can be written in must be written in essay writing, and you can divide the middle paragraph, that is the body paragraph, into more paragraphs. But remember, you have to start with the introduction and end with the conclusion in essay writing. Okay, I hope you have understood everything, and wish you best of luck for your prelim exam as well as board exam. Do preparation of all language things, all language topics included in your syllabus, because anything can come in MCQs, as well as read the books thoroughly. I think your syllabus has been shortened. That means only 15 lessons are included. So everything has will come in prelim exam. No choices are there. Okay, you have to do all MCQs and all the questions given in the section B and section C. And one more thing which I want to tell you, that do the MCQs, attempt them very carefully, because you will be given only one chance, and second chance will not be given to you to do the corrections of MCQs. Do only one attempt and do it very correctly, and don't do any cutting on your in your copies. If you have done any mistake, cut it with pencil. No, Shifa, you can easily do it. Don't get worried. You know that I will make the paper very easy if you have done the proper preparation. You will find it very easy if you have done the whole preparation. Or now only 1 minute is left. I hope you have understood everything. Wish you best of luck for your prelim exam. Inshallah, you will get maximum marks in English paper. Now I am stopping here. Allah Hafiz. Okay, Nabil Khurram. Wish you best of luck, all the girls and all the boys. Okay, Allah Hafiz.